नमस्कार। नमस्कार। मैं अनिल गुप्ता, राजकीय महाविद्यालय अजमेर के भौतिक विभाग से बीएससी थर्ड ईयर फिजिक्स के फर्स्ट पेपर के व्याख्यान के लिए प्रस्तुत हूँ। हमने अपने पिछले व्याख्यान में डी ब्रॉगली हाइपोथेसिस को लर्न किया है और डी ब्रॉगली हाइपोथेसिस को प्रायोगिक रूप से सत्यापन करने के लिए हमने डिफ्रैक्शन एक्सपेरिमेंट, जो मूलतः डेविसन जर्मर के द्वारा दिया गया, और उस प्रयोग में हमने थ्योरेटिकल और एक्सपेरिमेंटली वेवलेंथ कैलकुलेट किया था। दोनों का वेवलेंथ लगभग सेम आया था और इस प्रकार से ये रिजल्ट सत्यापित हुआ था। थॉमसन ने भी इलेक्ट्रॉन की वेव नेचर को रिवील किया था। अपने पाठ्यक्रम में एक प्रयोग और है जो इंटरफेरेंस एक्सपेरिमेंट पर है। Basically, it's a thought experiment, and this thought experiment was given by scientist Richard Feynman, जिनको कि हम क्वांटम इलेक्ट्रोडायनेमिक्स का जनक मानते हैं। इस डायग्राम में मैंने इलेक्ट्रॉन गन का पार्ट दिखाया हुआ है। ये फिलामेंट है और इस फिलामेंट से थर्माइनिक अमीशन के द्वारा इलेक्ट्रॉन का उत्सर्जन होगा, अमीशन हो रहा है। इस पर हम कुछ पोटेंशियल अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को एक्सीलरेट किया जा सकता है। इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम को कॉलीमेटेड बीम किया जा रहा है और फिर जो ये बीम है, वर्टिकली दो स्लिट रखे हुए हैं जो S1 S2 इस डायग्राम में मार्क किए हुए हैं। हम दोनों स्लिट में जब चाहें एक को बंद कर सकते हैं, नीचे वाली को बंद कर सकते हैं, दोनों को खुला रख सकते हैं और उसके बाद बैक स्पॉट के लिए एक ये फिर वॉल खड़ी की गई है और इसके ऊपर एक डिटेक्टर अटैच कर दिया गया है। अगर हम सिंगल स्लिट यानी S1 को ओपन रखें, S2 क्लोज रखें, तब जो वेव पैटर्न प्राप्त हो रहा है उसको मैंने I1 से दिखाया है। दूसरी संभावना, यदि हम सेकंड S2 को ओपन रखें तो उस केस में जो वेव पैटर्न है वो I2 के द्वारा डायग्राम में दिखाया गया है। और यदि दोनों स्लिट को ओपन रखा जाए, इफ़ S1 एंड S2 आर केप्ट ओपन, देन पैटर्न्स इज शोन इन राइट हैंड साइड, एक्सट्रीम राइट हैंड साइड, एंड X इज द पोजीशन ऑफ द डिटेक्टर। दिस इज द एक्सपेरिमेंटल अरेंजमेंट। नाउ लेट अस कंसीडर, let us say G is electron gun from which all electrons comes with the same kinetic energy. In front of the gun there is a wall with two fine slit S1 and S2. It's beyond ground plate which serve as back spot. In front we place a movable detector and detector is shown by D. The detector count number of electrons reaching it. We measure intensity of electrons. We measure intensity of electrons by using detector. Intensity means number of electrons reaching at the detector per unit time per unit solid angle. For different position, detectors on this backstop is moved, and we found that intensity is proportional to the countering rate recorded by the detector for some finite time. In the graph, we plot the intensity to the right, and so that x scale fits the diagram of the apparatus. When slit S1 is kept open, S2 is kept off, we get an intensity distribution as marked by I1, and if we kept slit S2 is open, S1 is kept closed, there is a intensity distribution as shown in figure I2. We call it intensity pattern. We call it as intensity pattern. When both slits S1, S2 are kept open, then we may detect the intensity pattern shown in diagram on extreme right by I12. The intensity distribution pattern I is expected when we assume that electron is particular, that electron is particle with no wave character, either goes through slit S1 or S2. Therefore, resultant intensity would be given by the sum of I1 and I2 at it was expected by classically also. Now, the intensity pattern I12 is expected when we assume that there is a wave associated with each electron as de Broglie hypothesis. So each wave passes through both slit S1 and S2 as a result of this interference phenomenon, similar to in young double slit experiments is expected. Now we expect I12 is equals to I1 plus I2 plus a contributory term that comes from interference picture. Feynman state that if such an experiment is performed with both slits open, one would surely get the interference intensity pattern second as marked in diagram. This is the confirmation with the de Broglie wave hypothesis. Please keep in mind, this is the Feynman thought experiment. So now deal with the mathematics of this picture. Let us say there is a wave function or a complex function psi xt. It is the function of time and position. So this wave function is associated with the electron wave reaching at the detector at the x, and the square of this absolute value of this function, that is magnitude psi x square, is interpreted as probability for the electrons to arrive at the detector. Please keep in mind, magnitude of psi x square dx is the probability of finding the electron in the region between x and dx. What is the meaning of wave function, normalized orthogonal wave function, and justification of this wave function? What is meant by the probability density? This is what we are going to read in unit 2nd of this same subject, quantum mechanics. Therefore, the interference intensity patterns second now can be explained. The complex function psi x is called the probability amplitude. If S1 is open, S2 is closed, then the wave function is psi1, and the probability of electron arriving at the detector is magnitude of psi1 square. And if S2 is open and S1 is closed, then wave function is psi2, and the probability of electron arriving at the detector is P2 is magnitude of psi2x square. So these probability distributions are like pattern I1 and I2 as shown in this diagram. If both slits, that is S1 and S2, are kept open, then the wave functions psi x is expressed as the linear combination of psi 1 and psi 2. So it is written as psi x is psi 1x plus psi 2x, and the probability distribution is P12 magnitude of psi 1 plus psi 2 का square. Therefore probability distribution P12 is equals to magnitude of psi 1 square plus magnitude of psi 2 wave function square plus psi 1 star psi 2 plus psi 1 psi 2 star. Keep in mind, psi 1 star means complex conjugate of wave function psi 1, and psi 2 star is complex conjugate wave function of second wave function, that is psi 2. So probability distribution is P1 plus P2 plus a contributory term that comes from the interference, which I have marked is P interference. So resultant probability distribution expression is P12 is equals to P1 plus P2 plus P interference, let us call it. So clearly P12 resultant probability distribution is not equals to P1 plus P2. It contains a additional term, extra term, that is P interference. So it contains an additional interference, as a result interference intensity pattern. I12 is obtained again according to de Broglie hypothesis. So again de Broglie hypothesis is verified. This experiment explanation is given by Richard Feynman, which he was the first person who gave an idea of nanotechnology in 1959, when he got a Nobel Prize for the invention of quantum electrodynamics. In a lecture, in a Nobel laureate, Richard Feynman gave a lecture to the American Physical Society called "There is a Plenty of Room at the Bottom." The focus of his speech was about the field of the miniature and how to believe man be create increasingly smaller powerful device. So he gave a concept of nanotechnology. Thank you.